This vast invasion would bring Hitler's Reich crashing down around him, stretching resources, manpower, and his deranged vision to their limits. This is Hitler uncovering his fatal obsession.
It's always been a British conceit to believe that Britain was the foremost enemy of Nazi Germany. In truth, going right back into the 1930s and even 1920s, that Hitler's designs were always in the East. It was always in Russia and the Ukraine that he envisaged the creation of Germany's great empire.
Hitler and a lot of the Nazi ideologues were very keen on this idea of Lebensraum, of room to live, basically, for an expanding German population. The whole idea of this sort of future occupation, this future colonization, involved basically killing by starvation around 30 million Soviet citizens. And this was called the Hunger Plan. They particularly were interested really in the farmland and of keeping enough Russian, Ukrainian farmers and peasants basically to work as helots, as slaves, really, for the German Reich.
Hitler thought of the Soviet Union as a vast mass of subhuman peasants lorded over by a small clique of Jewish Bolsheviks. It's an extraordinary view because, of course, Stalin himself was anti-Semitic and he was not steered by the Jews in any way. How could they possibly do that? In fact, he launched various anti-Semitic campaigns himself, but that was the Nazi view, that was Hitler's view. And so he thought that if you invaded the Soviet Union, you defeated their armies, you kind of decapitated the system, then it would all collapse because the great masses of Russians, Belarusians, Ukrainians and others were just simply not capable of running a state themselves. It was a really profound misconception, but that is what he believed. And you can see this emerging many times through the war itself in Hitler's overconfidence in dealings with the Soviet Union.